offense, David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game.
He's going to go for a big one. Makes the catch on the left. And open space. Touchdown, Boilermaker. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Forget establishing the run game. Go up top right now. Play one. Be aggressive. You told everybody all week, we're going to come out, we're going to be aggressive, and they are. They take the shot. They get rewarded.
The worst.
One play, one touchdown. What a start.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position.
Pretty cool. Take over my team, and there's 4 players with multiple weak injuries who were starters. What? Oh. Oh.
Just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup. It's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And 2 guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season.
Damn it.
Short hands, it's Purdodo. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. It's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Keep it rolling, boys. Time to get 6.
Using his legs, it's
Shit.
and he's close to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down.
Oh.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Cardinals are in the hurry-up.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Back to pass, it's Wilson. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
College football becomes more and more every year, more nickel, more dime packages, more speed on the field. So no matter what you do, I got a guy that can go chase down your quarterback in any situation, and you can see it right there. DB can fly in there.
Yeah, dude.
First sight.
What?
And a good job of coverage by that defense.
You need to go eat some.
The Cardinals will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Off the play fake on first down.
Oh!
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Quarterback making checks. On third down, he drops to throw. the midfield.
Oh,
And he dropped it, just didn't loop the thing all the way in.
threw it too late.
The Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times.
No,
last
my
week's
God. Oh, good. He probably caught it.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield. It's makes the catch. It's plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Cardinals moving quickly to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Give to the single back. Turning it on.
Dude.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
Goes ahead. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they can go for it on 4th down, especially during these situations.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Georgia Tech pulled one out today.
So slow.
They clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those rambling rec players. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along.
Jesus.
Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin.
Oh, cover.
The defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Boilermakers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. He uncorks one deep. He's got it all. To running room. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Purdodo.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out from inside.
Broke that, David.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think we hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Off play action. And that defense gets to him, and down
they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
He'll try to do it himself. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away.
Dude.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They come out red hot already with a 14-3 lead. Hand off from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Gets it out quickly. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Boilermakers. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. To throw, it's Wilcox. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Cardinals want to crank the tempo. Let's talk for a second about Ball State. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds and gold. They won this battle with a commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program, and he's going to get a lot of chances to make plays.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense. There's nobody there taking him. So he puts his foot in the ground. He gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Gonna try to get it himself. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38 in the lead 1st down. And the Cardinals are on the move.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Trying play action.
Come on.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st Lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll go to the sneak.
Jeez, he went the wrong way.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. In the backfield, it's Barrett. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Let's go. Let's get that touch. Complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Wilcox. He's got it. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just step it up. And they did a really nice job on 1st down, stopping the run. Here we go on 2nd. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
The Cardinals in the hurry up. Flag like you mean it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. These offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake on 1st down. He lets it fly. Makes the catch.
Terrible.
And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Colorado State is being humbled today. There's no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 14 to Syracuse. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the air. It's Wilcox. Fires on the move. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something. You could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. All wideouts, no backs. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This rush has effect.
Tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Here's a hit. Intercepted. The defense has set him up.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
First play of the drive, lost a throw. Firing toward the end zone.
Ah,
Ball's incomplete, and he did
should have gunned it.
perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Quick completion on the out route. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone.
Oh,
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Boilermaker! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Here's the return from inside
Oh.
his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I take it into halftime and make it
no.
There he goes.
important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Now the play fires to the big fella. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
It's not a great feeling on defense too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends. You know you're in trouble.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Wilcox. Got his man downfield. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Lost the ball on first down.
Oh shit.
Table sticks. It's right. Touchdown, Ball State. Guys catching good work. Get it into the end zone.
Who the hell was covering that guy?
Just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half.
No score zone right here.
He wants to change this route.
Oh! Thought he was gonna bullet it low. What am I thinking with a redshirt freshman?
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Young man, it's Barrett. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He will need some oomph in this one, a 51-yard attempt, and from the right side. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Boilermakers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half.
Oh, what the?
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Back to throw. It's Wilson. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious. Time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Not a whole lot of progress
What you need, kid?
there on the short run.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pressure coming. With the catch, it's Barrett. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line.
Well, as soon as I'm done, I'll make stuff happen, okay?
The Cardinals line up to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Making side adjustments here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Fires to the wideout. It's
dropped it.
incomplete. If you're gonna take a
Douche.
hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
God.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion.
Oh.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Boilermakers will try to He might want another play. The play action fake. Throws to the tight end.
Ugh.
It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end
Do
this
it high.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for a man. It's Will. Grab over the middle. It's Cobb. Oh, he's got some space. Grabs a touchdown, saving tackle at the 17. And the Cardinals come to the line in the hurry up. Only got the inside give.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Back to pass on second down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
The give to the back. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. Splits the uprights. It's good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
To the ground with
Golly! So slow and just...
line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout in front, stuff the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just
Fantastic.
oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass for a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Offense changing the play. Second down, he'll throw it. He'll off one deep down the left side.
Great catch.
20. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they work that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat and get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Wants to go up top. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Purdodo! And the punishment has been extended. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. There's being no shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Scanning the field, it's well covered. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it, they're on the move. Touchdown, Boilermaker! And they turn it into a defensive score.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield, you're trying to find an open guy, you're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be brought down. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. Bunch formation for these receivers. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Second completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got
What's up,
some
dude?
space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space and he couldn't even get there.
What, son?
That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the
I mean, you can
47.
show me and I'll try.
See how they set the tone on 1st and 10.
I love you too.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this
Thanks,
kind of
Wes.
lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Motion from the wideout.
understand why he sat. He should have kept running. It was in a zone.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays from this defense in this game so far. So can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot.
Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Purdodo! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you keep yourself out of those situations.
Fires it complete to the right.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. The Cardinals will call on their punt team. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll run play action. He lobs one high down the left side. Wow, trying to get it.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and goal.
Golly.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He wants to throw it. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21.
Oh.
Got the first down and more. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And the Cardinals come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one.
Yeah, I saw that and I could not rotate over fast enough.
Sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. And they're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build on.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game.
Throws it on the money, still running.
Positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Off the play fake. Going over the top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass.
Fucking A, dude.
On third down, thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete on third and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
They're throwing for it on fourth down.
Oh,
Make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on down. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Got his man in the middle. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, the consolation prize, if you will.
And good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and stretch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Okay.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Off play action. He fires one deep down the right side.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like just live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Nowhere to go